ourselves, it's like you gotta just stop and pat yourself in the back some damn times, man.
That's
It's
real.
like, of course you got more you want to accomplish, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's like a woman. You give a woman the damn moon, she be like, you didn't give me the stars, nigga. Like,
For real.
you know what I mean? So you gotta.
Hey, what it do, man? It be that, man. 3D Dev. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Guess what y'all tuning in? Y'all tuning into Random Conversations. And hold up, man. We got a new co-host. Yes, alert. We got a new co-host. Hey, bro, can you introduce yourself and let them know who you is, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? You know what's going on? It's your boy Westside Mo. You know, we live and direct. You know what I'm saying? Dev hit me up. He said, let's get these random conversations going. I said, let's get it popping. It's random. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to get it started right away. Random, bro. All right. If your childhood was a cartoon, what cartoon would you compare it to and why?
If my childhood was a cartoon, probably like Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. What's the other one? Doug. Recess. I play stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's the era I grew up in. So definitely shows like that. I feel like because all them shows like they was in school, but they weren't really in school. They always like really running around with different agendas really going on. It's like these kids run around the block like Ed, and Eddie too. You know, as you know from the surface, you see Ed, and Eddie, you think, oh, they just want to get candy and everything, but Eddie was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? He was getting to that bag. You know what I mean? He was a whatever. You know what I mean? He had his boys was down too. You know what I mean? That's how it was. So I feel like shows like that for surely. What about you?
I resonate with that. Mine would be Recess.
Yeah, Recess, right.
So when you said Hey Arnold, I kind of felt that because, I felt like my childhood was live. We had the Boys and Girls Club. I live right across the street from the Boys and Girls Club. So as kids, we have like little missions. That's what I think on Recess, because on Recess, they had a lot of little missions that we had to have. You feel me, playing hide to go seek around the block, you feel me, doing a little wrestling or going to the store stealing candy, just being a little kid, you feel me? So I had to compare that to Recess.
For surely.
Yeah, bro. So, bro, what's good with you, man? I appreciate you being
man.
the co-host,
Hey,
dog.
you know.
So what made you say, like, you know what, Dev, I'm gonna be a co-host? What made you agree to this?
I mean, I just felt, we always been the same frequency. It's long overdue for us to, do a venture to this, to this length, to this depth, and I feel like this was, the perfect time. You know what I mean? We're never on our time. We on God's time. You know what I mean? It's always God's speed, like I tell everybody. You know what I mean? People like, I'm lagging or this and that. I'm like, hey, you're not lagging. You know what I mean? Right where you supposed to be. You know what I mean?
That's real.
You might have came on time and something could have happened to you. You know what I mean? Knock on wood. You know what I mean? But we arrive when we're supposed to arrive. You know what I mean? So I feel like this, this duality, us doing this, was, it happened. It was supposed to happen. Quite frankly, you know what I mean? It's the best way I can explain it.
I agree, man. You feel me? Hey, I don't got nothing else to say to that, but bro, hey, you know what? Random. We're gonna segue this into talking about the journey, because I really look at life. Rest in peace to Nipsey. That's why I always say this: life is a marathon. You just can't stop, because we're all going through this journey for a reason. We're going through experiences. We're going through moments. You feel me? It's just like that saying: we don't lose. It's a lesson. It's just like this is our journey. So once you really honestly and you tap in, and you realize this is really just a journey. You're gonna appreciate it more. You're gonna be able to endure more that you go through. You feel me? Because when you don't look at it like that, then that's when you start being hard on yourself. You start looking down. You start this and that. I should have did this. I should have done that. Wait, hold up. Rewind. Pause for a moment. Stop thinking like that. What you gonna do now? You feel me? It's the journey. It's all a part of the process.
Yeah, it's dive more into that. It's like for sure. Like what I realize a lot of times we do as human beings is we like to fault ourselves for things we haven't done yet. You know what I mean? Instead of crediting ourselves for things that we have done. So it's like, we so hard on ourselves. It's like, you got to just stop and pat yourself in the back some damn times, man.
That's
it's
real.
like, of course you got more you want to accomplish. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's like a woman. You give a woman the damn moon, she be like, you didn't give me the stars, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? So you got to roll the punches. You got to just, be proud for how far you have come. You know what I mean? Set them goals and keep going. But you know what I mean? Just, like you said, take a step back sometimes. And I feel like we fail to do that a lot of times. And that's taking that time for that self-care and just chilling real quick, you know what I mean? Be able to have that, critical thinking is a skill. Everybody don't got that skill, you know what I mean? Take that time back to step back and do some critical thinking, you know what I mean? For surely.
That's real. And that's why I feel like it's important to have that solitude, like we have relationships, you have your family, you have your job, we have a lot of things that we have to give our energy to.
For sure.
So a lot of times we forget about to give energy to ourselves. Because when you have that solitude, you get that self-awareness. You get to be aware of who you are. You get to be aware of what you want. You get to be aware of what makes you happy. Because sometimes you can forget what makes you happy because you're over here trying to make other people happy, that you forget about your own happiness. You feel me? So that's why I feel like being that solitude is very important in the journey. How do you feel about solitude?
I mean, with solitude comes peace, right? So I think peace is like my big thing. It's like, especially being like a black man, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Being someone of color in this country, you know, for my own situation, because I'm black, so I can speak on. So, you know, being a black man, it's like, you know, not the whole pull the violin out and the sob story shit, but I'm just saying it's like I go through enough every day on my daily basis. You know what I mean? When you interact with people you're supposed to be on the same frequency on, you want harmony, you want peace. You know what I mean? So it's important to know who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? Because you can only, of course, you control what you do. You know what I mean? At the same time, you can also control who you associate with, though. So definitely, you know, that's where the solitude comes in for me. Like making sure I got the right frequencies around me. You know what I mean? You know, one thing, another big thing I tell people all the time too is like, you know, you got your family come first, but you know what I mean. You still have your select few of your family that you're really close with, that you really, you know what I mean, grow with and go through things with, you know what I'm saying, and experience traumas with and grow things and have those happy times and all the positive shit. You know what I mean. So I feel like it's definitely to be important and be mindful of your circle. You know what I mean. Just because someone's your brother or your sister don't mean that's your circle. Because you spend the most time with them. Like really sit back and analyze that. Is this person, you know what I mean? Is this person, you know, want to put their hands on my growth and vice versa? You know what I mean? Are they ready to tend to the soil like I am? You know what I mean? So surround yourself with, like I said, people on the same frequency as you, so you can achieve that solitude, that peace, that harmony for surely.
Yo, hey, hello, rewind. Ricky, did you hear what my bro Mo was saying? Are you listening? Are you understanding? Do you feel it in your soul? You feel me? You got to be watching out for the people that you keep around. You got to be watching out for the company that you keep, because frequency, energies is real. Have you ever been around somebody and they just irritated and you just stay around them, then you start getting irritated? It really be like that. You got to be careful to the people that you put yourself around. Or let's rewind that though. Let's say you are the light. Be yourself no matter what. If you be yourself, you might help that person, because you never know what somebody else is going through too. You feel me? But man, you got to be careful to who you surround yourself. You surround yourself with. Man, Mo, you said a lot of real stuff. That was real. You know what? Hold up, Marine. We're going random. Mo, yo, I see you on IG. You be Chef Bourdain. Not disrespect, not Chef Bourdain, because you really be doing it, bro. Talk about your cook game, man. Y'all don't know. Check Westside Mo out. He be chefing it up, dog.
This nigga's so funny. You know this nigga the other day, this nigga was like, hey, you be buying the food, you be getting the DoorDash, and then you just put it on the plate, take pictures and videos of this shit. Huh? I'm like, this guy, man, like, hell nah. But you know, Mom Dukes is, you know, she always been whipping since, you know, so she always, when she make food, it's gone. You know, we go to parties, we go wherever, and she's hosting something, and she makes some food. You know, everybody's packing plates when they first come. The food's gone. Everything. I remember one of the funniest things one time is, you know, we had a family event and someone made that macaroni, and I'm like, who made this? I'm like, my mom didn't make this. And everybody's like, shh, we put your moms over here for the side. We trying to get rid of this one first. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was a good off topic. Definitely when, you know, Mom Deuce could whip it up. My pops is a real good chef too. You know, my pops Nigerian, but his favorite food Italian food. You know what I mean? So that's why my favorite food's Italian food too. You know what I mean? So just having both my parents being able to, you know, show me their little whip game. I just took that, ran with it, put my own twist on it. But yeah, I went to Foodie Land this past weekend. Like I'm into the food. I'm gonna eat. I need that bread. I gotta eat good. You know what I'm saying? Get the good eats too. You know what I mean? We're gonna smoke a good chop and get to it.
Okay, so I got a question for you. So Randommm. So traditionally, do you feel like when you're in a relationship, the woman should be cooking for a man, or you feel like it's vice versa? Whoever can cook, they cook, or you feel like it's 50-50? How do you feel about that?
I mean, it depends what kind of man you are, first of all. But that's a whole other story, another topic. But to stick to this,
okay.
I mean, for surely your woman should be able to cook. I don't think any man should be with a woman that cannot cook. Because now if you have kids and that woman bears your children, does that mean she can't cook for her children too? That's my thing. So kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of, you know, it's all about perception, you know what I mean? How you want to see it. But definitely I feel like, yeah, the woman should be able to cook.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? If you're a man and you prefer to cook, you might be a man that went to culinary school and you a real chef, and yeah, so you might prefer to cook most of the time, but you still obviously want your woman to be able to cook something. You know what I mean? Be able to surprise you one night or one day, whatever, with something X, Y, Z. But yeah, for me personally though, yeah, me, hell yeah, she gotta be able to cook. You know what I mean? But you know, there's times I cook a lot too, so I don't mind. You know what I mean? It just depends, quite frankly.
I hear you.
I just need you to have the ability to do it. Have you be willing and able to do it, basically, is my point.
I feel you. I resonate with that. One thing with me, I feel like it's all about your intentions. So let's say the woman, she don't be cooking or nothing like that, but she's willing to learn and she wants to cook. That's saying a lot right there.
For sure.
She's with you. She's like, yeah, I want to learn, and I got the intentions that I actually want to do it. Or you can have a woman you're with. She's like, I don't cook. I'm not learning how to cook. I don't care.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the fuck
out. Like, yeah, I'm cool off a woman like that. But if you got them like, oh no, baby, I'm gonna learn how to cook. Or I do want to cook this and this and that. You feel me? Looking up recipes, you trying. All right, I see where your intentions is at. You feel me? It's all about just trying, man. Woo, man. Hey, so Randommm, we're gonna talk about 93 Studio because that's where we at right now, bro.
Yes, sir,
but before we talk about 93 Studio, we're gonna talk about SoundCAD because I don't think a lot of people know. Before 93 Studios, y'all was up in SoundCAD up in this building. You feel me? Let's talk about it, bro.
It's full circle moment. You know, we back in the same building. You know, it just, I feel like that's God telling this is unfinished business. You know what I mean? So we back over here getting it going. SoundCAD was definitely a pivotal moment. It was definitely dope. You know, connecting me, even you, a lot of people that was around, to a lot of different people. X, Y, and Z people, a lot of different factors. Some of that here, some are gone. Like Tracks, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga Tracks.
Rest in peace to Tracks a million, man.
You know what I mean? Shout out Lil Yace, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to him as well. It's a couple, you know what I mean? Definitely a lot of people that came through and blazed. And, you know what I mean? I feel like SoundCAD was, you know, started with a lot of shit. Shout out to Honor Banks, too, man. Honor Banks, people don't know. Like, a lot of his first shit was over here. Him doing the ukulele shit, you know what I mean? I had one of his first videos. My old Instagram got deleted, so all my shit gone. But you know what I mean? So it's a lot of dope people that came through here that was like, man, it's like, I felt like at that moment, it's like, you know, you turning so many knobs, you so close, that door to that right door. So it's like, that's the mind frame I've always been in, like, just keep turning them knobs, you gonna open the right door. But SoundCAD was definitely dope. Shout out to my nigga Oos Hefner, too, you know what I mean? Definitely connected us to a lot of different people. You know, we had a great thing going. Now we transitioned to Studio 93. We back over here, you know what I mean? Kid, myself and Kid. And, you know, we got a lot of dope, you know what I mean? People got going on over here, just a dope, solid team, you know what I mean? Got my nigga Ronnie. We got, you know, we got the young boo Josh. You know, we got the homie on the film, on the camera, Trish. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know what I mean? It's going down the way it's supposed to. Shout out my dog Hector, too, you know what I mean, for being there and helping me throw this up so quick. We threw everything up in like 2 weeks, but it looks like we took our time about five months, you know what I mean? But that's how my dog Hector rolls. But yeah, man, you know, it's been beautiful, you know what I mean? I'm just thankful to still be here, you know what I mean? Have this opportunity to still do these things because so many people got ideas, but they never act on it, you know what I mean? There's a thin line between, you know, preparation and procrastination, you know what I mean? It's like the more and more you plan, you might not ever press that button. You got to press play at some damn point. Your ducks never all going to be lined up in a row, you know what I mean? Well, every time you might have 12 of them. Every time you get to 11, one going to turn back around. So you got to look back, like you bounce it back and forth, man. So just keep going forward. That's all you could do, go forward.
That's real. Do y'all hear what he's saying? You got to keep going forward. So let me just let y'all know something about the Random Conversation podcast. So I've been on pause for a little minute, but my cousin Mo, he hit me up, told me he got the studio. He told me, what's up, let's get the podcast back going. You feel me? I could have been like, no, I'm not ready yet. I ain't been doing it. But I'm looking at the signs that the universe is sending me. So what the universe is calling my name. My name is being called. It's time to go play ball. So what am I going to do? I'm going to lace up my shoes, get my jumper back together, and get back on that court because my name is going to be called. I'm not going to play with this because I actually love this. I just know that this has just been part of my journey. I've been going through things, but that's not even to make it an excuse. At the end of the day, you got to be ready. So when you build that foundation up, that makes you're always going to be ready because you already got the foundation already set up. You feel me? When you got that foundation set up, now you just got to build. So, and let me just talk about this, though. 93 Studio. It's crazy the first time I came here, because it's really like...
If you say 93 Studio one more time, nigga, Studio 93.
Studio 93. Hold up, my fault. You should correct me the first time. Yo, Studio 93. Wait, hold up. Commercial break. Hey, are you an artist? Do you want to perfect your sound? Do you want somebody to be able to mix or master? Do you want to come somewhere where it's a vibe, where you can go into the booth and it's very professional? Come to Studio 93.
That's where you need to be.
That's where you need to be, Studio 93. So Randommm. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all right now about morning ritual. So this is what I do in the morning when I'm on my stuff. I have my off days when I'm not on my stuff, but when I'm lined up and I'm on my stuff in the morning, I like to wake up, meditate, read, and then write in my journal. Why do I do that? Because I feel like that's my time to connect with myself and get away from the noise. You feel me? Get into that silence. Really just connect and be one with myself. Because when I'm not meditating, when I'm not reading in my books, when I'm not writing in my journal, I'm over here like a chicken with his head cut off. You feel me? Because my emotions get to take over. All these things I'm going through get to take over. But when I actually tune back into myself, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Let's learn from this. Let's grow from this. It's all right, you know? So I really feel like morning rituals can help a lot of people out. That's actually what I'm talking about it because it helps me out.
Yeah, you got to have some kind of way to decompress, you know what I mean? You know, some people pray, some people do push-ups, some people work out, some play basketball, you know, write music, etc. You know what I mean? My thing is, you know, like you said, you got to have something that you do, you know what I mean, consistently because that's going to help you build consistency and everything else. You know what I mean? But it also helps you decompress because we just move. We big ass balls of energy, nigga. We always moving, and there's everything else around us is moving. Everything, these mics is moving. Everything's moving. We just can't see it. You know what I mean? But everything's moving all the time. So you gotta have things to help you feel like, you know what I mean, going back to that solitude, so where you could just chill and decompress, man. For surely, for sure. So do something, man. Don't just wake up and hop straight. I mean, the thing is though, it's like people talk shit about cats like that. Wake up like I'm gonna go straight to the Call of Duty or the 2K, but it's like, hey, they decompressing though. At least in the outside doing no wild shit. At least they mind their own damn business. So it's like, you know what I mean? We can't judge, you know. However people do it, hey, as long as you got that could be their morning ritual. Who am I to tell you that's not a morning ritual? You know what I mean? Your morning ritual is what it looks like to you. You know what I mean? Perspective, perception, it's up to you. But like I agree, like you're saying, if Shelly has something, you know what I mean?
That's real, bro. You gotta have something, dog. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna rewind it because I seen you was talking when you was talking about the team that's here with Studio 93. You know about the team and all that. So we're gonna talk about teamwork. You feel me? Because teamwork make the dream work. Shout out to Dizzy Wright. He got a song like that called "Teamwork Make the Dream Work." And one person who I really see that's about that teamwork is Lil Russell. Lil Russell got a whole ass team. I've met him multiple times just to see that he's moved the way that he be moving, like going to the pergola. He has concert in his backyard. He's showing you there's no excuses. But what you really see is that teamwork, because I've done that when you just working by yourself, man, that shit get tiring.
Hell yeah.
That shit gets tiring. I feel like unity and teamwork is so important, but for us to have true teamwork and true unity, you got first of all be humble. You first of all gotta come with love, and you can't be jealous of one of each other. You feel me? Sometimes people don't know how to let your partner shine. I bet you there's somebody in Lil Russell's group who raps and all that and wants to be on the top like Lil Russell, but guess what? They're not even looking like that. Like my brother's shining, I'm shining, and they see they understand the unison and the unity. I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people are not where they want to be at is because of that unity, that teamwork. You feel me? Just like even right now doing the podcast again with a team, it's a totally different feeling. It's like I had a team, it was just me and Jay, but now I have a team where it's multiple people. So it's a different little feeling.
That's growth. That's called growth.
For real, dog.
No, real talk. Definitely having that team, you know what I mean, it helps you propel way quicker. And it's not quicker like, oh, you take a shortcut. It's just, that's just what it is. The speed, the momentum picks up faster when you got, you know what I mean, more hands on deck. You know what I mean? It takes a tribe. It really takes a tribe. It takes a village. It really does. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of areas you see where, you know what I mean, it's a lot of talent, but it's kind of stagnant. It's because there's no unity. You know what I mean? Because if niggas were smart, we could even play it where the unity could still come from something that appears as negative, as in, I'm not saying going to the lengths of beef or anything, but just make it competitive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, east side the dopest, no, the west side the dopest. Like, now it's creating a tension for both sides. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like there's so many different ways to spin it, but definitely unity is so much needed because, man, doing this shit by yourself, it gets hard. You can't do everything by yourself. You can. Just because you can do something, I mean, you should do something, right? So it's like, man, you might be able to mix and master, shoot videos, everything else. I don't know. You a stylist, all kind of stuff. That's dope. But it's going to get to a point you be like, man, this ain't it. Like, even like studio sessions, right? Like, I have the ability to record people, right? But why not have an engineer do it?
That's real.
Whatever he needs to be compensated with, it's better to do that. So much better. Because I get to keep that peace now. And that's part of that unity, being able to trust someone to where they can do that. You know what I mean? to fall back, where I can fall back and instill that trust into you. You know what I mean? That through that unity for surely.
I feel that. Hey, just a random question just hit me right now. Random. What's one of your biggest strengths you feel like you have?
Me, for surely, I would say communication. I feel like I had the ability to like really break things down where it's comprehensible. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, they know a lot, they have a lot of knowledge, but they can't break it down to a way the masses can really grasp. You feel me? I feel like I had the ability to do that to where I can, you know what I mean, break it down to your level, whatever that may be. For surely.
I feel that. I respect that, and that's a beautiful strength to have because I feel like a lot of people in this world do not know they don't know how to communicate. You feel me? A lot of people. I feel like that's why a lot of arguments happening because people don't know how to communicate, or people don't know how to listen. A lot of people, they're already thinking about what they're gonna say back to you instead of actually listening to you. You know, I feel like listening takes you a long way. I'm a listener, and it helps you not take things personal. Shout out to Don Miguel Ruiz. Get that book, 4 Agreements. Don't take things personal. Don't assume. And there's 2 more, but those are 2 that stick with me. But real talk. But hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna take a little moment right now to talk to the public, talk to everybody about some real stuff So if you check me out on social media, I don't really post nothing personal about like my family or things that I'm going through. You feel me? But I feel like I'm gonna talk about this right now because not only I got love for him, I feel like just give him his respect and his flowers. You feel me? So first of all, I want to say rest in peace to Gary. That's my stepdad. You feel me? That's my mom's husband. That's my sister's dad. You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, dog. When it happened, this shit hit me a little harder because it was, I'm gonna be very transparent with the world right now. We had a rocky relationship, you feel me? So when it hit me, it was like multiple layers because it hit so hard, it hurt so much. So it just made me really think about moving with love, you feel me? Because it's like, if I'm hurting like this, that when he passed, I mean, when he was here, I should have been having unconditional, real conversations with him instead of judging him off the past or judging off past situations that we had. It really just put things in perspective because that shit hurt like a motherfucker when Gary passed, you feel me? That shit still tripped me out to this day because it's only been like a month and a half, and I got to say props to my sister just to see how they moving. Shout out to my little sister Kayla. She went here and graduated high school this year and seeing her dad pass, you feel me? That shit's been heavy, but just really seeing Gary pass, it really just made me think about just moving with love, because you know what really makes me be more of have more of a smile is knowing that the last time I talked to Gary, we actually hugged each other and we said, I love you. You feel me? And shout out to Raven. If Raven didn't tell me to come to San Jose to come get my hair done, I wouldn't have seen Gary. So I'm happy that the last time I seen him, it wasn't an argument. It wasn't a negative. It was all love. So I just feel like you got to remember move with love because every day is not guaranteed. It's not that motherfucking serious. You don't got to hold on to shit. You don't got to have a grudge. You don't got to be all revengeful because it's not that serious. I bet you that person that you mad at, if they passed away, you'll be sad. You'll be sad. So stop holding on to shit because it's really not that serious, bro. So I just had to have that moment of silence for Gary and just speak to the world because it's important that we all move with love.
Surely, man. Shout out to Uncle Gary, man. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Man, bro. So, y'all, so this was just our first episode of bringing Random Conversation back. Shout out to my bro, Mo. You feel me, bro? And what's up? Before we say the deuces, can you say something to the people? What you got to say to the people, man?
I mean, I just feel like, I don't feel like, y'all just stay tuned. You know what I mean? I feel like we got a lot of great things coming up. It's going to expand. It's going to grow. You know what I mean? This is the tree. You know what I mean? The tree's bearing fruit now. So now the rest of the forage around is being constructed and it's going to be sprouting up. So just stay tuned for all the seedlings. We put everything else into.
Stay tuned. You feel me? And hey, yo, shout out to my bro Ronnie. He back there helping us out, man. Shout out to you. And shout out to the people. Shout out to yourself. Y'all know my slogan. I love you, but you need to love yourself, man. And what do I keep saying? It's all about growth, so stay evolving. Yee, hey, Randommm.
Hold up, we coming. Y'all niggas can't tell us nothing like hold up, we coming. Y'all niggas can't tell us nothing like
hold up, I'm coming. Deep strokes, baby say she feel it in her stomach.